Right, so welcome to everyone to another Click Right math class, the most interactive math class online where everybody gets a chance to learn. Um, we are doing the question which involves some factorizing. All right, so the key in doing these questions like these is to put all the m's on one side, right? And then you factorize. So I'm just going to go this step with everyone. I'm going to, so you're going to have R equals to MA plus MG. Why is it plus? Because the MA is negative. It's negative here. And if it's negative on that side, when we bring it to this side, it becomes positive. All right. So this MA didn't move, so it stays positive. Right? That's why we have the same, but the negative mg, when you bring it over, it becomes positive. Kiara, correct. Kiara, correct. Uh, you're making a small mistake, Joshua. Let's see. No, that's all right. We finding for we finding for M, not R. We finding for M and not R. We finding for M and not R. Um, so look at that again. Joshua, we are finding Joshua, you hearing me, right? You have to open your mic.
Yes, sir.
So we finding for M, not R. So go again. We factorizing, but we finding for M, not R. Marcus, can you give me
Yes, sir.
line number 3, please? What I'm supposed to write? What you tell me, I'm going to write it. So R is equal to, what's the common factor? What's common here and here? Marcus.
So
M. Uh-huh. So M, so you have to put here brackets. M into ME
so A
and M into MG.
G
But we find then for M. So go finish it up, Marcus. Send their answers to me, everybody. We're finding for M. Finding for M, people. Rapido. Hurry up quickly. Yeah, Jesse, well done. Well done. Well done. Well, Udaya, well done. She's always on the ball quietly, getting it out correct. Yes. Somebody put it in the main chat. Marcus, you're finding for no, Marcus. No, Marcus. This is M. Um, this is M. Marcus, let me tell you this. This is M. So I'll write it in R is equal to M multiply by A plus G. And we want to find for M. So how do we do that, Marcus? That's better, Marcus. Okay, Marcus and Jedidiah, correct. Deandra, I would look at yours now and then move on. So Jada, correct. Deandra, I'll just look at yours quickly, send it to me quickly, and then I'll move on. Deandra. Oh, she got knocked off. All right, well, we can't wait. Tyrese, correct. So this is M multiplied by A plus G. I'm going to write it again. I want you to remember that. Multiply. Once you put that bracket, it means when we were doing things with multiply, what did we do to get rid of them? We divided by. So you have to divide by A plus G. Whatever you do on one side, you do on the next. So this is going to cancel, and this is going to cancel, leaving me with 1 or M. So M is equal to R divided by A plus G. Everybody understands that? Doing one more. We're doing one more. And I had something else for you all to do, but it's late. So I'm just going to introduce what I had to do today. All right, I'm just going to introduce it. And that would be it for the evening. All right, so next question. Next question, people. All right, so N, Y is equal to 1 over R minus N. We're finding for N. Notice you have two N's. Notice you have two n's, like a Benz. All right, so we finding for n. This one is a hard one. All right, but it gives a little maturity to the maths that I want to see people have. So, and I notice people getting a hang of it. But this one going to test your metal. Finding for n. This one is not for the weak-hearted. Take your time. You can do it. It's a little challenging. Oh boy, I'm not getting. All right, try this one. All right. Now remember you're finding for n. So you have to put all the n's on one side, then factorize. That's it. All right.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes, go ahead.
I don't understand.
Yeah. Well, I know. I so you did you place all the ends on one side, Shashoya?
Yes, sir.
Right. So what was your second line? Tell me what was your second line.
Sir, after I have ny plus n equals 1 over r,
Ah,
and then we had to factorize the n.
yeah,
So I
so
have
what
n in bracket y plus Um, 1
Yes, because n into ny is y. That's the first part. And n into n, anything divided by itself is 1. All right, so you're going good.
equals 1 over r. And sir, I don't know where to go from there.
Right, so what did we do before? This is n multiply by y plus 1. So what you're supposed to do, tell the class. What were we doing all the time? That's a little trick. What were we doing all the time? N times y plus 1. Somebody open them mic. What were we doing all the time? What to do, everybody? Somebody, what are we find? Kiara, how are we going to find for n, Kiara?
So divide y
Right,
plus 1 on both sides.
right. So you're going to divide by y plus 1 on both sides. But the problem is you have 1 over r. So here how you're going to write it. Divided by y plus 1. So n is equal to, now with this division sign, how do we change a division sign? I want somebody to tell me. What do you do, Deandra? How do we change a division sign? So we divide it throughout by y plus 1. So what do I do? What do I do with a division sign? Somebody tell me. You learned this in standard 5. You change it to, if you have division,
Multiplication,
you change it to
multiply.
multiplication, right? And right. Right, so it will be 1 over y plus 1. Because this, you're dividing by y plus 1, which is the same as y plus 1 on 1. So your answer, n, is really multiply the numerators. 1 by 1 is 1. And the other part is r times y plus 1. I know this one was tough, this last division sign, so I'm just going to say it again. Marcus, we divided by y plus 1. But for this side, people get like, how am I going to divide? So you just write the word divide by y plus 1. So these cancel, leaving me with n equal to 1 over r. But in standard 5, we were told, now when you have the division sign, it changes to multiply and you invert. So this is y plus 1 over 1, and it becomes 1 over y plus 1. So I just multiply the numerators. 1 by 1 is 1, and r times y plus 1. I want 5 minutes just to show you something. I'm going to put my watch on countdown, because we already suppose, well, tomorrow most people do have school. But I just counting down because I just count down 5 minutes, actually 4. I just want to show the class one thing before we go. Our time is up. I want to show you all one small thing that I wanted to do today that we didn't get to do. So please watch carefully. Please watch carefully. I wanted to show you how to manipulate the square root sign. So let's say I have y, let's say v No. Let's start all over. Let's say x is equal to 2y, the square root of 2y. And you have to find for y. Now, to find for y, it means that I must first get rid of the square root sign. So step one, now we get rid of the square root sign by squaring everything. So this becomes x squared. Now, anytime you square everything, you square what was in squaring this square root. Let me show you. It becomes just only what is on the inside. All right, hold on one sec. Just plug this in there. Thank you. All right. Let me just hold on. Let me just write this properly. So in squaring everything, you work out to what it works out to what's on the inside only. So now we are dividing by 2. So it's x squared divided by 2 equals y. Let's do one more. Now, please note, I'm writing this in red. That's now x squared is equal to the square root of 2y squared. Now, square root means to the power of a half. Raised to the power of a half. Let me write that better. All right, so now we have x squared is really equal to 2y. Instead of using square root, we use to the power of a half by to the power 2. So this 2, a half times 2 is equal to 1. So this cancels off, leaving me with x squared equals to 2y. I just want to give one more example, and that's it for the evening. So it's recorded so you could go back. So let's say you have 3a equals to the square root of k over p. So to remove the square root, step 1, by squaring both sides. So now it's 3 squared A squared is squaring everything. And everything squared here is equal to K over P. Right? Because the square root sign means to the power of a half. And it's like a half multiplied by 2, which gives me the same thing. So if I'm finding for, let's say, K, right? I just multiply throughout by step 2, multiply by P. So if I multiply throughout by P or I cross multiply, my answer is 3 squared A squared P. So K is equal to that. Any questions? Any questions? Now CXC will give you something like this. Y is equal to 2 square root of X. Find for X. Can anybody tell me what to do? Open your mics. Tell me what to do. Anybody? First person to open their mic. You have to remove the square root sign and you have to square everything. So can somebody tell me what to square for line 2? Anybody? Just open your mic. Shadidia, anybody?
So y squared equals 2 squared x
Y squared,
equals 2 squared x.
2 squared X. Everybody notice this? She's right. Now to remove the square root sign, she only squared this. Now if you squared this, you'll end up with X. But you have to square everything else. So X is equal, so Y squared is equal to 4X. All right? So we divide in by 4 throughout. So Y squared over 4 is equal to X. Anybody lost? Anybody want me to go over anything? Anybody want me to go over anything? You're sure that you're all okay with this?
Yes, sir.
You're sure, yeah? Jenny?
Yes, sir.
Jenny?
Yes, sir.
All right. All right. So people, look out for your